1995. Hello, I'm Steven. Today marks exactly 1 year since I started hearing intrusive voices. They never belong to just one person. Every time, I hear different voices of different people. The owners of these voices never reveal their identity, they just give orders or force me to do things. You can't hide from their voice, you can't pretend you don't hear it, and you can't avoid following their commands. They psychologically pressure you, they know all your fears, hurts, joys, and childhood traumas. They exploit this. One time, the voice in my head told me its name. This really surprised me. I started talking to it. The voice confessed that it was a 70-year-old grandfather who died 3 years ago in a psychiatric hospital called Uncorn. He died from a virus that was released through the ventilation system into all the wards of the psychiatric hospital. On that day, 167 people with mental disorders died. Their souls will not rest until they complete what they planned. For this, they choose special people. People like me. Those who hear voices and can communicate with them. After I listened to this grandfather, judging by the sound in the room, another man entered. A dispute started between them. The last thing I heard was Dadley's scream, which slowly turned into a wheeze and then completely faded. Putting all the pieces together, I realized that I wasn't supposed to know this, I shouldn't have learned it, and now the situation will only get worse. I wasn't wrong. The voices in my head became even more persistent and forceful. They screamed in unison, telling me to kill myself, that they wouldn't let me live in peace and would never leave a host like me. I can't bear it any longer. My psyche can't withstand this. At 24, I look like I'm 50. April 26, 1995. The doctors shrug their shoulders, the medication doesn't help, the tests show that I am completely balanced, but the voices continue to mock me and torment me. June 14, 1995. I can't stand it anymore. This is the end. The voices never stop for a second, and I haven't slept for 2 weeks. I forced myself to take a pen and say goodbye to everyone who will read this diary. This is beyond understanding. This is not the world we are used to living in. June 15, 1995. I went to the supermarket, bought a tow rope for a car and soap. My plan to rid myself of the voices has been in place for a long time, but only now will it be executed. Despite it being my end, I felt happy. I made a noose with the rope and rubbed it with soap. Have a nice weekend, everyone. At 62, police officers forcefully broke into the apartment. 20 minutes later, the metal door flew off its hinges with a loud crash, falling onto the damp floor of the unventilated apartment. The young police officers immediately covered their noses with their hands. The smell of decaying flesh filled the air. Stephen's body was hanging from the rope, and beneath it was the notebook. After reading it, the detective declared Stephen mentally unstable, and the case was closed. The souls of the psychiatric hospital in Uncorn will remain trapped between our world and the next.